Hello! Today we are considering the question, should my characters curse? This is a topic I haven't seen a lot of discussion about outside of what you can tell from reading an author's books. I'm sure you and I have had similar experiences with reading and finding that authors deal with this issue in a wide variety of ways. For the purposes of today's video, I am going to be focusing on children's and young adult books, but I believe anything that's for children's books can be applied to any book. Some authors choose not to use any language in their books at all. And to be clear, when I say language, I mean foul language or what we consider curse words. Middle grade novels tend to fall into this category, but young adult can be more of a mix. Some might say that these authors leave curse words out of their books because they're writing for a young audience and those words might not be considered appropriate. But there are also plenty of books written for adults that don't include curse words. The next category of cursing in books, I would say, are books where characters use kind of their own curse words that aren't recognized as curse words in our world, but are sort of the equivalent in the fictional world that the author has created. These are usually fantasy or science fiction or animal books where the author has created a world with its own customs and lingo. As the reader, we understand that these characters are cursing, even if we don't recognize the words they're using as curse words. I think that this approach is pretty common even in middle grade books. Then there are authors who include traditional English curse words. I think the two main categories here are authors who sporadically sprinkle curse words throughout their novel wherever it seems appropriate to them, and authors who liberally use curse words, especially in their characters' dialogue. With all these different approaches, how do we as writers determine what is the best approach for our book? In my opinion, the main thing for a writer to consider here is what adds value to their story. The main question that you might ask yourself is, who is this character? Do they use curse words? And if so, when and why would they do it? You might follow that up with another question: how does this character's use of curse words add depth to my story? If your answers to these questions lead you to find that a character would be changed as a person by not cursing, or that the story as a whole would be impacted if that was left out, then you might want to include it. On a personal note, my answers to these questions typically lead me to believe that cursing isn't necessary to develop well-rounded characters. I tend to err on the side of not including these kinds of words in my manuscript at all, whether four-letter English words or words that are invented for my world. I do this because I find that I feel the same way when reading. If there are words that I can remove from a story without changing its impact, then to me, those words are not necessary. What do you think about this? Do you find the language unnecessary in books that you read? Do you include it in your own writing? Where's the line for you? Maybe you hardly even notice curse words in writing and you don't think it matters either way. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching and happy writing.